The long-awaited and sequel to the much-beloved Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, we have Dragon's Dogma 2, which I would have guaranteed to anyone to be a phenomenal game, but it seems there's a lot of mixed opinions, so hopefully this video can clear things up for some people. I'm going to touch on some basics of the game first, and then we'll talk about why the reviews are so split. I'm Sam the Ashen, please enjoy the video. The character creator is great, you can customize pretty much every little detail, and I know I definitely spent way too much time on me and my pawn. Probably the number one best thing about this game is all the different mechanics in combat. You can climb on monsters, you can shoot an arrow into an orc's eye to impair his vision, you can slice off the tail of a weird alligator thing to really hurt him, you have a bunch of different abilities, classes, augments, core skills. The vocations are different classes. Most of them are based off of mage, archer, thief, and warrior, but there's a bunch more expanded on that. There are plenty of opportunities for environmental combat as well. You can throw a goblin into the lake and it'll get eaten by brine. You can knock a board off of a boulder and have it roll down a hill into a crocodile nest. There's also a lot of strategy that you can use in your combat, like different elements that you can use that are effective against some creatures and less effective against others. If an enemy is wet somehow and you hit them with a lightning attack, it will do more damage and have a higher chance to shock them because, water and lightning are pretty reactive. If another enemy is covered in tar from a jar that you threw at them and someone shoots a flaming arrow, or the mage shoots a fireball, they will explode into flames because of the tar. This isn't taking away from any of the other aspects of the game, but it should be pretty obvious that the combat is the absolute highlight. They put a ton of work into this, they put a ton of work into the whole game, but the combat really shines with all the different mechanics. The pawn system that you can work as teammates, you can throw up one of your teammates onto a monster's back to get a better advantage. You can climb on the legs of a Cyclops to help make him stumble down. There is a ton of atmosphere in the game. You could be walking on a dark bridge and possibly see a ghost cart, which happened to me. The game is just filled with atmosphere and immersion, which directly ties into exploration and adventuring. I've mentioned this on other videos of other games, but it's really important for games to reward you for exploring and going out of your way, and Dragon's Dogma 2 does an excellent job of that. For a lot of these secret locations, it's definitely necessary to work as a team, and luckily, the pawn's AI seems to be really good so far. All of this is bolstered by amazing graphics, beautiful environments, really good mechanics that add a lot of layers to the game. As for the basics of the pawns, other people make pawns just like you did. You made your one main pawn, and then you can hire two more pawns. If they're the same level as you don't have to pay anything, it doesn't cost anything, so there's really no risk involved. You hire them, and when you outgrow them, you send them back home, maybe with a gift and a rating, and then other people will do the same for your pawn. The game also has a full catalog of any pawn that you've hired and any NPC that you've met, which I think is a cool feature. I think it adds to the immersion. Now for the topic of debate. I got the game on PlayStation 5, and I haven't had any frame rate issues, any resolution issues, no performance issues whatsoever. I have all the default settings on, the game looks great to me, and I haven't had any problems. However, on PC, there has been a solid amount of people that have complained about the performance, and I think it's a fair criticism. I mean, when that many people complain about the performance, there's obviously something wrong. I think Capcom will fix it. I'm a tiny bit biased because I loved Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and I'm having a blast with this, and it's partially because I got it on console. So, if you're going to get the game on console, I don't think you have anything to worry about. The game is phenomenal. If you only have a PC or wanted to get the game on PC, it might be more complicated for you. You might want to wait until they maybe fix it. Or if you have a pretty beefy PC, it might work, or it might just not be well optimized. I know that's a huge bummer for a lot of people, so I really hope they fix it so everybody can enjoy this amazing game. That's it for the video. If you enjoyed it, leaving a like or a comment really helps me out, and it lets me know what you thought of the video. Every person really counts. I post once a week on Sunday, so I'll never clog up your feed. If you're thinking about subscribing, I would really appreciate it. I hope to see you next time. Have a good one. Peace out.